Coming together to do what? Do you see a problem with how we living today? Because it seems like our people in Syracuse are okay with how they're living. Because the men of God.
I'm trying to continue to excel and prosper.
Excel and prosper?
Yeah, take it to another
So let me
level.
ask you a question. What is that? What are you aiming for? What is your aim? You want to excel and unite and prosper in doing what? Enjoy life.
Content and be fulfilled.
Be fulfilled?
Yep.
So let me ask you a question. If I feel like me enjoying life and being content is what? Living in the projects, getting as high as I can get, and sleeping with as much women as I can sleep with. Is that what we're supposed to unite and do? So what is it? Give me Zephaniah 2:1. Give me Zephaniah 2:1. Because I'm going to show you what you're supposed to be uniting to do. Because you might not know, but World War III is coming to Syracuse.
Right.
World War III is coming to Syracuse. Nuclear bombs are going to hit America. You understand that? Yeah. And if you're not in the right spirit, living the right way with God, there's no salvation for you. There's no prosperity for you. You understand that? That means your life was a waste. You understand that? Read what you got.
Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1.
Read.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Hold on. I hear you saying unified, but God is saying, say that again.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Because we are that nation that is not desired. These nations amongst us, they do not desire you. They don't want to see you prosper. That's why they brought the drugs to your community. That's why they redline your community. That's why they don't teach your children. And when as soon as your children sell the drugs that they dropped off, what they do? They do a sweep. They do a sweep to put your children in jail. That's what they do. That was the whole plan. We're gonna put their parents on drugs. We're gonna give them trap music. We're gonna make the drugs available, and we're gonna lock them up after. Now, as black men, we see the trap. Are we gonna continue walking in the same way?
Right.
Read.
Before the decree bring forth.
Before the decree bring forth. 'Cause listen, do you understand? My brother right here. You gotta pay attention, right? Because this is the thing.
Brother, I've been working. I've been up since this morning. I gotta go take a nap.
You gotta take a nap? The black man wanna sleep now? Now the black man wanna sleep?
I got
My
this
brother,
important
check
for
this
me.
out.
I gotta go get
Check
some
this
rest.
out. How do you feel about your community being drug infested? Your kids can't come out and play. Your young men getting locked up. How do you feel it? You don't appreciate it. Because you got, listen, you don't appreciate it. If you appreciate it, you will come learn. You can sleep. Listen, our people be on drug binges for 2 days straight, not sleeping. You tell me when the Bible come out, it's time to sleep. You got to stop the nonsense, man. Read that again.
Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 2.
Read.
Before the decree bring forth.
Because if you didn't know it, God is going to destroy America. God is going to let World War III be the reason why nuclear bombs hit America. Nuclear bombs hit New York. You understand that? He said, look at these men you see here. Look at these men you see in purple. What do you think we was doing before we started doing this? You don't think we know what's going on out here? You don't think we know what's going on out here? God sent his men out here to warn his people.
That's
Read
right.
Ezekiel 3. Ezekiel 3. Because we came out here to warn our people. Because guess what? Let this message fall on deaf ears if you want. But God's word don't go out void. You understand that? My sister, you understand that?
Yeah.
We're out here to warn you. Destruction is coming to Syracuse. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Destruction is coming to Syracuse. It's coming to New York. It's coming to America. In the form of a nuclear missile.
Right.
You understand that? Read what you got.
Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
You are the house of Israel. Yeah, look at your tribe right here, sister. Look right here. My brother, check this out. Read.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me.
So what was we sent out here to do?
And give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die.
Because the wages of sin is death. What does that mean? The way you're living, you're causing death on you. You understand that? You're bringing to yourself death. When our men lay with our women and don't marry them, that is what? You're bringing death upon you. When our men use drugs and sell drugs, you're bringing death upon you.
Right.
That's why your community is jacked up like this. And it's not just here, it's everywhere. We come from all over. We come from Rochester, Syracuse, the Bronx, Queens, Harlem. It's the same thing everywhere. Why? Because our people hard-headed as hell. That's the reason why we got brought here on slave ships in the first place. Read.
Verse 18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die.
Because God will kill you with no problem for breaking his commandments. Read.
And thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way.
So we come out here to warn you, because a lot of our people are dying. A lot of our people are getting put to death left and right. But what's the reason? Because what? Because God sent us out here to warn you. Read.
To save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
So what did God just say? Did you hear what God said? He said, if I send my men to your community to warn you to stop living the way that you're living, and you don't listen, the same wicked man shall what?
To save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
If we didn't come out here and show you this, you would get put to death.
Right.
God eventually will put you to death, but what else?
But his blood will I require at thine hand.
So now we're here and our hands is clean. But do y'all got any questions? What's going on? What spiritual is? How many of y'all know what it means to be spiritual, my brother right here with the hat? You know what it means to be spiritual, my brother? What it means to be spiritual. A lot of our people say that. I say, yo, you believe in the Bible? Nah, I'm spiritual. I live spiritual. What does that mean? What what does it mean? Nah, this to you. What does it mean?
No, what did it mean to me?
Yeah, what does it mean to be spiritual?
Spiritual means to me, like, you know what I'm saying, opening yourself up to the world, not just, you know what I'm saying, this planet. You know what I'm saying? Because this earth is a part of us. You better understand that. Just because y'all you know, we are part of this earth. We come from this piece.
We came from the earth.
You know what I'm saying? And we are part of it. Big facts. You know what I'm saying? That's you done seen it many a times. They tell us we come from the earth, we go back to the earth.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? We believe in this. Y'all, a lot of us believe in this hocus pocus that's out there. Y'all believe in that hocus pocus out there, man.
What's the hocus pocus? What's
I don't
hocus
know.
pocus?
Whatever y'all believe that's up there in them skies might be aliens or some shit.
Oh, you said we believe in some hocus pocus
that's
stuff.
what the people. That's what they put the people on.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
Who
saying?
put the people on
The
that?
white man.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? They made y'all
okay.
believe into this.
So you know.
Me personally, I'm in tune.
So now
I'm all
you
the way
sound
in
like
tune.
you may be a little in
I'm all the
tune.
way in
You
tune.
might
You
got
better
like
believe
2
it, man.
bars
I
on
got-
your signal.
I got read,
You got some
I
signal
read.
on that.
I got a lot of history.
Let
I
me
got
show you.
paperwork.
Let me show you what spiritual is. Because my man's right here, he was speaking a little something that sounds something according to what the Bible says. Let me show you something. Read what's spiritual. Read
I don't
that.
trust him.
Romans chapter 7 and verse 14.
Uh-huh.
For we know that the law is spiritual.
That what spiritual?
That the law is spiritual.
The laws of God is what makes you spiritual.
Right.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Do you say you got to be open, right?
You mean following his commandments?
Following his commandments.
Pretty much.
Because what? Let me explain something to you. Us as people, we wicked as hell. Us as people, we're
don't believe
wicked
that
as
we
hell.
wicked.
No,
I don't believe that we
no.
wicked.
You know how you believe we
I
wicked?
believe-
Let me
I
tell you
believe that.
something.
See,
The reason why you know that, look,
See,
I'm
we
gonna tell you why.
We're not a wicked people.
Listen, do you feel safe? Do you feel safe walking in the hood at night?
Yes, I do.
Yes?
I feel very safe.
So why don't our woman feel safe
I
walking
feel
at night?
very safe.
Huh?
I'm saying, because they not part of this. They not a part of that.
Part of what?
A part of what's going on out here.
Because-
See, I'm a part of it, and I'm not a part of it. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is who I am.
Hold on
You know
real
what I'm
quick.
saying?
Hold on.
Listen,
Hold
we
on.
can
Read that
change.
one more time.
We
Read
can
that one more
change.
time. Let me read that again.
Romans chapter 7 verse 14.
Uh-huh.
For we know that the law is spiritual,
Can I have?
but I am carnal, sold under sin.
Give me that in Mark 7:21. I'm gonna show you something. Because the thing about this, the reason why our people the reason why weapons are created is because we are evil people. The reason why
we don't
there's
make
a
'em.
police
We don't
system,
make 'em.
the reason why the police system
But
is
we
in
don't
this
make 'em.
community is because we are wicked people.
But we don't make
The
them.
reason why this is a drug-infested neighborhood is because we're wicked people.
Understandable.
You understand that?
I'm saying, but we
Read
don't
that.
make them. We don't make the weapons.
We don't make the weapons.
We don't make the weapons.
But we need them.
We don't make them.
Listen.
Yeah, we need them now.
Now.
We need them now.
Right.
But when we lived in unity, we didn't need them.
Now, what kept us in unity?
You know what I'm saying?
What can keep us
the
living
love,
amongst each other?
The love.
The
That's
love.
it.
What's
The
love? What's love?
Love is,
Give me what love is.
Love is being
My brother.
Being
You on point.
knowing,
You on
knowing
point.
who you are. That's
You heard what he said,
knowing
right?
who you are.
He said the love is what keeps us together, right? But let me ask you a question. If I love you, would I sleep with your wife? If I love you, would I rob your neighbor?
Yeah, but see, you got.
I'm saying.
See, that's now you.
That's
talking
not love,
about,
right?
Now you talking about him, and him, and him, and
Yeah.
him. See, now they all got different makeup. We can't put them all in the same category.
Well, we all family.
You know what I'm saying?
We
Yeah,
all
we
family.
family.
So our love got to be on one
Yeah,
frequency.
Even though
it got to
we
be the same thing.
Even though we all family, we all ain't been brought up the same.
But now,
So now
this is
that's-
what connects
okay.
us on
Right.
that same page. I'm trying to show you, my brother.
Understandable. You said
Because
that
you
to
said
teach us
love.
and that'll bring
You
us
said
together.
love is what holds us together. But our love got to be on the same level. We got to have the same common ground. Look at it. Chinese people, they have a same culture. So they can live amongst each other on one unity. Arabs, they got the same culture. So they can live amongst each other with the same unity. But black people, because we've been destroyed through slavery, we got different thoughts and different ways and different aspects and different understandings. And that's why we can never unify on common ground.
Bring it out.
But you said love is what brings us together. But God is going to explain to you what love is. Read what you got.
2 John verse 6.
Uh-huh.
And this is love,
So this is the love of the black man. You understand? Read.
that we walk after his commandments.
So that, now what does that mean? We walk after his commandments. Because what? There's a law. There's a commandment. Give me the commandment. Leviticus 19. I'm going to show you an example of love. You understand? Because I can't say, my wife, I love you, babe, I love you. And I'm banging her sister. I can't do that. That's not love. I'm saying it, but that's not a true demonstration of what love is. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Read what you got. This is a good example of love, according to what? Our God. You understand? Because God is a black man. You understand
That's
that?
right.
Read.
That's right.
Leviticus chapter 19 verse 17.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
You understand that, my brother? If I love you, just because you got a nice jacket on, I'm not going to hate you in my mind. I'm not going to say, yo, this nigga, man, who you think he is, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to think like that. I'm like, yo, my brother got a nice jacket on. Maybe he could tell me where I could buy one from, too. You know what I'm saying? Read that again.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
We should not have hatred amongst our brothers in our heart. That's where gang violence come from. That's where murder comes from amongst our people. You understand what I'm saying? Read.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
So if I got a problem with you, if you do something against me, I'm going to rebuke you, meaning what? I'm going to talk to you like a man. Yo, brother, I didn't like the way you whistled at my wife the other day. I don't like that. That's my wife, my brother. Don't do that. As men, do you respect that? Yeah, I respect that, brother. That's love. You feel me? Read.
And not suffer sin upon him.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge.
Wait, read that again. Read that again.
Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge,
Uh-huh.
nor bear any grudge.
You see what's going on in the black community? We want to avenge ourselves. Yo, he shot my mans last night. I'm going to clap him as soon as I see him when he come out the store. That's how we think. Thou shalt not do what?
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Who's the children of your people? The ones you see every day.
Right.
We can't live like that. That's why they make what? Drill music. Cause they say, yo, you know what? We don't gotta kill them no more. We're gonna pay the poor of their people to make self-destructive music.
Right.
And the more they listen to it, the more they're gonna desensitize
Right.
themselves to kill each other. That's what they do. It's all a trap, bro. You're supposed to be ruling. You're supposed to be ruling over nations. Do you understand that? The black man was put on the earth to rule over nations. That's what we're here for. But now we want to what? Run a block. We want to, this is my store. This is my projects. This is my gang. We can't live like that. That's how they want us to live. They brought the drugs here for us to destroy ourselves.
Right.
They made the music for us to destroy us. Why they building all these jails out here upstate?
Right.
You notice upstate is a bunch of penitentiaries up here?
Right.
Because they ain't making for their people. We didn't build these jails. They built it to put your ass in there.
Right.
That's what they did it for. Read that again.
Verse 18.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Uh-huh.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Who's your neighbor? When you come outside your house, You see a bunch of Chinese people outside? No. You see, yo, there go Jaquan, there go John. Those are your neighbors.
Right.
Love your neighbor as you love yourself.
That's right.
That's what's missing in our communities. That's the love that's missing. Now look, we got different instructions, different laws that explain how to deal with each other in different situations. You understand that? So now let me ask you a question. Is marriage important? Question, sister, elder sister right there. Is marriage important, my sister? Is that an important thing?
Yes.
Should I want women inspired to be a wife one day? I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Is marriage important in our communities? Is that an important thing?
Yes, it is.
Tell me.
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
Why it is.
Because you gotta have a man in the house to hold the house down to structure the
There you go. You hear that? All praises to the Most High.
Yeah.
All praises.
Yep. Like they say, a black woman can make a black man, a black man can make a black woman.
You understand that? So that's one problem we have in our communities. We don't have marriages and my brother right here, what's your name?
James.
James. My brother, you agree with what's going on so far? Defense? So what is it that you don't understand? What is it that you're skeptical about? You gotta be specific.
I don't trust that book.
All right, go to 2 Peter 1 verse 1.
Why I don't trust
Tell
it?
me why. Yeah, yes.
Because we didn't write that book.
I knew what you was
You
thinking.
didn't write that book. Our peoples didn't write that
Who wrote
book.
this book?
Huh?
Who wrote it?
White man write that book.
Are you sure?
You don't believe he wrote that
Can
book?
you,
You don't believe he? Or you want? Let's say he copyright that.
He
book.
copywritten?
That's what he gonna say.
Who got
copywritten.
who got the Bible dictionary? Let me get the Bible dictionary real quick.
You believe
Now
that-
look, let me show you
believe
something.
that the King James, that's the King James version. You
Yes,
got
it is.
right
Yes, it
there?
is.
Okay, you say that the King James that wrote this book was a black man.
He did. Hold on, let me show you something.
That's
right?
what you telling
Hold
me.
on, I'm gonna show you something,
No,
right?
I ask you first.
I'ma
I ask
answer you.
that question.
I'ma answer
It's
you.
either yes or no. It's either
All right,
black
King
man or
James
not.
is a black man,
Okay,
and
you
he
say
did
he's a
not
black man.
write the Bible
Okay.
because the Bible was already established and written before he was born.
Correct.
What he did during the 1600s, he authorized scribes and scholars to translate it from
And
Hebrew,
you have this proof
Greek,
that this
and
king,
Latin.
this man is a king.
You got it, right?
Is a black man.
Because look,
This King James man.
Yes.
You got to prove this.
many of us were kings during that time.
I'm saying it
Now look up the Dark Ages. During the Dark Ages, during the Middle Ages,
I want to show you.
black men ruled Europe. We ruled Italy. We ruled
We
Germany.
ruled this world.
During,
This was
not too long ago. This is only what, 400 years ago.
We ran this whole world. This was our
But
world.
no, I'm trying to explain something. I'm trying to
populated this
pinpoint it for you. During the 16, 15, and 1400s, black men ruled the East Hemisphere of the world. After the 1600s, during the 1619, during the Renaissance era, during the time of the Romans' rebirth, the rebuilding of the Roman Empire, that's when we went into slavery. But think about it. You think they're just going to take black bums and bring them as slaves? No. They brought kings over here. They brought princes over here. Right. Give me that and give me that in the Babylon and Timbuktu. What you got? Look at this. Look at King James. King James' father was a black king. His mother was a black queen. His son was a black king after him. Yo, read that. Yo, I want somebody find about how he was living in Africa before we got here. It was kings and princes amongst us. No. You know who was here already? Let me get that sound right there. I'm going to show you. Look at this. No, look. You're right. The Bible explains that. The Bible explains. Look at this. The tribe of Gad. My brother, I'm showing you what you're saying is right.
We got a Gad out.
You're from the tribe of Gad.
Got somebody right here.
All right, come forward. The tribe of Gad are the so-called Native Americans, right?
Indigenous.
Now check this out, indigenous. Now check this out. Look. They were here before the so-called, before the tribe of Judah and got brought here on ships. You had the tribe of Reuben, the tribe of Gad. You got Ephraim. Look at this sign right here. Look at this sign. They were black. Yes, they were black. Listen, but everybody that was black is not our people. Don't get confused with skin color. Do not get confused with skin color.
They changed their color. They was dying their color.
They just had babies with other women. They had babies with other women. That's all I mean. Read what you got.
This is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary.
So now I'm going to go into King James, my brother. You said that King James wrote the Bible and that a lot of things got messed up. But let's read the history on that. Read what you got.
Page 86.
What book is this? The Zondervan Bible Compact Bible Dictionary. We did not write this. Negroes didn't write this. You understand that? Read.
Page 86, King James Version. When Elizabeth died in 1603, the crown passed to James I.
These are talking about black families. You understand that? This is the history of black families. Read.
Who had been king of Scotland for 37 years.
Black men were kings in Scotland. Read.
That's right.
For 37 years as James VI, throne of England. He authorized a new translation of the Bible.
He authorized. When somebody gives you the authority to do something, they're authorizing you. They're authorizing you to do something. You understand? He did not write it. Hold on. He did not write the Bible, but he authorized who?
A new translation of the Bible to replace the bishop's Bible.
So all he did was see the bishop's Bible, and he authorized the translation so that we can read it in English now. You understand? Because it was in Hebrew, Latin, and Greek. All right? Read.
47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars of the day.
47 of the best black Hebrew and Greek scholars. They were able to interpret different languages and turn them into translated. You understand?
Right.
Read.
Were divided into 6 groups. 3 for the Old Testament. 2 for the New.
So that's the point. King James was a black man during the time when black men ruled the earth. Native Americans ruled this side of the world. The Mexicans ruled on this side of the world. And guess what? He authorized the translation of the Bible. So now, let's see what the black man was doing before he got brought to America. Let's see how the black man was living on the other side of the world. Were we selling drugs to each other? Were we what? Wearing our pants off our ass? Was we homeless over there? Let's see. Let's see what the scholars wrote. Read.
This is from Babylon to Timbuktu.
This is a history book. This is a history book. Black people don't know their history. All we know is that we were slaves and now we're here. Hallelujah. That's all we know. Read.
By Rudolph R. Windsor. Page 90. The black Jews.
The black Jews.
Bring it out.
Because the Jews are black. People that call themselves Jewish, they're saying I'm something like the real thing. If I call myself childish, I'm 30 years old. I ain't a child, but I'm acting childish. But if you call yourself Jewish, you told on yourself already. You're not the real Jews. Because the Jews are black.
That's right.
Christ is a Jew from the tribe of Judah. He descends from black people. Read.
right, guys. Good luck.
The black Jews had an advantage over the African tribes.
Yo, it says that when we lived on the other side of the world, we had what, my sister? Read.
They had an advantage over the African tribes.
Everywhere we lived, we had an advantage over them. Read.
They carried their culture, history, laws, and written records with them.
You understand how important that is? Why do we have an advantage? My brother right here. My brother right here. Stephen. Well, listen. I want you to understand this, my brother. The Bible. Look, So look, check this out. The history book is revealing that when we were on the other side of the world, we had an advantage over the other nations. And this is the reason why. I'll read it again. They had what?
The black Jews had an advantage over the African tribes. They carried their culture.
Their culture. We are clueless to our culture today. We think July 4th is our culture. We think Easter is our culture. That is not so. Read.
History.
Our history. We don't know a damn thing about our history before slavery. We don't. Read.
Laws.
Our laws. We just brought out a law. Leviticus 19:17. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. These are things that we had over there. Read.
And written records with them.
What were the written records? What were the written records? Hold it up. This is the written records of our ancestors right here. The Bible is the written records. Who wrote it? Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezekiel. These are black men.
That's right.
Read.
This assured them a constant precedent for the development of a higher social organization.
So why don't we live the way we're supposed to? Because those things that made us have an advantage at that time were stripped from us. We don't have it anymore. You said you don't even believe in the records of your forefathers.
I don't believe in that.
All right, so now.
You know, I'm saying I'm giving you my understanding why I don't believe in it.
Tell me why. I want to know why.
Saying?
My brother, you're a pastor, right?
And I don't.
So let's hear this. What you got, brother?
I don't argue with that. You say that those black men.
Now I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you it's real.
that fact.
Yeah, no problem.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, you know, as we go throughout time, and you can show that black man has continuously been manipulated.
Okay, you're right.
Continuously, over and over and over and over and over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now the same book continues to be processed and processed and processed and processed.
Are you sure about that?
I believe it's been processed.
What you're saying is dangerous,
I get
bro.
you one book, and then go get you another one. Say it's both King James versions, but I'm guaranteed you're gonna have one translation and you're gonna have another translation.
Are you sure?
I promise
You
you.
saying it comfortably,
I promise you.
but are you sure?
I've seen it.
Hold on.
We done this. Listen, I've been in prison.
Yeah.
And I debated this with many people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got the books. We got the books together. We got the books together. He read one verse. I read one verse from this book.
And it said two different things.
Two different.
Now you talking about two different translations.
handles.
Now look.
Okay, now you make. That's why I said how I'm supposed to believe
Okay,
it.
now,
If you got the
let
translation.
me explain something to you,
if
right?
you say this one translation and this one translation.
So now, this is the
I
King
can't
James.
trust that if it's
Now,
been-
I understand what the confusion
Let's
is.
keep being copywritten.
This right here is the King James version, right?
If I tell you one
Hold on.
story,
Oh, I
right?
got you.
If I tell you
Yeah.
to tell him something,
It
and
might-
then you
it
go
might-
tell
it
him
might-
something,
yeah.
then he go tell him
I
something,
got you.
and he go tell him
Now,
something,
check
he go
this
tell
out.
him something, and then come back to me. It's gonna be a whole
mixed
different
up.
thing.
I got you. Now look,
It's gonna be.
I understand what you're
I
saying.
promise you.
What you're saying is right, but the way you're saying it is wrong. I'm gonna
Okay.
say, look, this right here is the King James version, right? This was authorized to be translated and oversaw by a black man, a black king. Now you got another version called the NIV, the New International Version. That was made by our enemies. The same people who gave us this, they took scriptures out of the Bible. Like for instance, go to Song of Solomon 1:5. Let me show you something, right? I'm gonna show you something, right? These scriptures I'm about to read to you are not in the other translations. They got a gay version Bible. They have a New American version Bible. These are manipulated. This book right here, this was translated and authorized by black men and written by black men. Read that.
Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5.
Read.
I am black, but comely.
Wait, who wrote this? Who said that they're black and beautiful out of the Bible? Read that, verse 1.
Verse 1. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon.
Wait, who's Solomon? Isn't there a man named King Solomon? King Solomon? And what did King Solomon say?
Verse 5. I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem. He said, I'm black and beautiful, my daughters of Jerusalem. Now, go to Job chapter, go to Job. I'm going to show you that the men of this Bible describe themselves as being black. They describe themselves as being black. And then I'm going to show you in the other translations, they took these verses out. They took it out because that's why they didn't want you to read during slavery. That's why we were hung and killed for reading. It's not the newspaper that they was hiding from us. It wasn't the magazines. It was the Bible. Look, in that book that I read, the history book, it said that we carried our history, our culture, and our records. That's what the Bible is. That's all it is. Our history, our culture, and our records. Right. That's all it is. Read. Job chapter 30, verse 30. My skin is black upon me. Hold up. Hold up. What the Bible just said? My skin is black upon me. What do you mean? Wait, you're making that up. What book? What are you reading?
I just wanted to come.
Job chapter 30 and verse 30. The prophet Job, he said, my skin is black upon me. How can you get a white man out of that? Right. What do Christ look like? What do Christ look like? Because look, this right here is the damn devil. That's right. That's the devil right there. And that's why we confused about who we are out here. Because we think, yo, if Christ is white and I'm in slavery, I'm at the bottom of society, I don't want to have nothing to do with that Bible. There's something wrong with that book. It got to be something wrong with that book. It's not wrong with the book. It's something wrong with our minds right now. Right. We were disconnected from the true understanding of this book, and now they got us to where we don't even want to connect back to what our power is. Remember, we read in the history book that the reason we had dominance over the other nations is because we had our culture, our laws, our customs, and our records. This is what the Bible is. That's right. This is what's going to give us what? Preeminence on the earth. You understand? To give us rulership. My brother's right here with the hoodies on. Y'all understand what we're going over right now? What we going over right now? Give me a little brief. Us. We're going over us. So what we're showing, right? When you look on this sign right here, the so-called black man in Syracuse, you are the Israelites according to the Bible. You understand that? That's right. You are God's chosen people. That's right. What is your power? Your power is what we read in a history book. That what? When you have an understanding of your culture, your God-given culture, your history, and the records of your forefathers, that's what gives you the preeminence and the dominance over other nations. But during slavery, they stripped it from you, and they taught you how to live like slaves. Right. And we're still living like that today. Read that verse. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ. So now, I'm going to show you the description of the most mightiest man that ever touched the earth. You understand? I'm going to show you how the Son of God looks like. Read. Which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must surely come to pass. And who's the servants of God? You black men. You are the servants of the true Almighty God. That's right. That's your position on this earth. Yo, who are you? I'm a servant of God. That's right. My God is black. That's right. My Christ is black. That's right. You understand that? Read. Verse 2. Who bear record of the word of God. Go to verse 14. Read that. Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool. So Christ, the Son of God, rub your hair. Rub your hair. He got woolly hair just like that. That's what the Son of God hair looks like. Read. As white as snow. And it was fully white. Read. Like how our elders look after a while. Read. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. Why? Because Christ, he drunk wine. His first miracle, he turned water into wine at a wedding. Right. That's what we do. We don't go to the club. We celebrate marriages. We build families. Right. We build our nation. Right. You understand what I'm saying? That's not that going to the club and all that. That was never our culture. Read. Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass. So when you take off your shoes and take off your socks, when you get home, you see what on there? You see your skin, right? What color was the skin of Christ? And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. Christ was jet black.
Can I say one thing?
He was a black God on the earth. And guess what? That's who you are too.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.